So welcome everybody to the 7D Light Harmonics activation. My name is Makai Miracle. I'm the co-creator of Accelerated Light Healing, and I'm super excited to be here with you today to go on this amazing high dimensional journey. So what we're really going to do is you're going to learn more about the seventh dimension and light harmonics, and what the really amazing part is we're going to journey to the seventh dimension, and you're going to get what's the correct word? Something in the middle between aligned, infused, and enveloped by these light harmonics, which just raise your vibration. They give your energy field in your body new light codes, new upgrades, new information to start existing at a higher dimensional level, even though you're here on the earth plane. So we're gonna definitely raise your vibration today. I'm super excited. And what I'd like to get started, we're going to talk more about that. We're going to do a lot today. But to get started, what I'd like to do is just take a few minutes, get our energies connecting, get the healing energies running. I invite you to close your eyes, take some deep breaths, let them out with sound. Do that a couple more times. That's right. Once more. Beautiful. And now just continue deeply breathing and open yourself up to receive. Beautiful friends. How you feeling? Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. Just do that 2 more times. Once more. Yeah. You could give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? So again, welcome to the 7D Light Harmonics activation. I've been playing around with in the higher dimensions for a little over 15 years. And back then, 15 years ago, I guess 16 years. 16 years ago, it took a bit of effort to access the higher dimensions. There was a lot of work involved because there was a lot of density that we needed to get through, both in our own energetic fields and the field of consciousness on the planet. But it's not like that anymore. We can instantly go there, and we are going to go there a little bit later today. This is the first time I've shared a 7D Light Harmonics activation because the energy is so, it has so much potential for change. And, you know, the master beings that I work with, they weren't ready to have that energy come onto the planet yet, but now it's time, and you get to be the first ones to experience it. This massive upgrade that we're all going to experience today. So it's going to be super fun. So if you're brand new, welcome. And if you've been here one time or many times, welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here. My name is Makai Miracle. I'm the co-creator of a system of healing called Accelerated Light Healing. I've been studying and practicing energy healing every day for the last 16 and a half years. It's been the main focus of my life. I've studied 32 modalities of healing. I've channeled 72 new modalities of healing onto the planet. And I mainly use the accelerated light healing energies, which is a system of healing I channeled with a friend of mine, because I can get the quickest and most effective results with it. And we can do so much with it, including on these cosmic dimensional journeys. So just briefly to just lay a little bit of foundation before we jump into all the information. Accelerated light healing has three components. We have the intuitive counseling component, where we have tools to clear out limiting beliefs and heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions like that. I'm going to teach you how to do that for yourself in just a moment. We also have the energy healing component. That's the second part of accelerated light healing, which I've been running on you since before the live stream started, and will continue throughout the entire live stream. And when we get to the third part of accelerated light healing, that's energetic activations, where the healing energies ramp up really high, and you're probably going to bliss out and you may fall asleep, but you're not actually falling asleep. It's just that the energies are so high and you're going to such a super high conscious place that the only way your body knows how to receive them is to turn your mind off. That's totally cool. If you space out or fall asleep during the activation, don't worry, you're still getting all the energies. They're all coming in. So the dimensions, there are lots of dimensions. They're not infinite dimensions. If somebody tells you that, you can choose to pick a fight with them or not. I probably wouldn't. I would just delete that from my mind. Because if there's infinite dimensions, you're going to be infinitely trapped in the dimensions for a good portion of eternity, and that's not where you want to be. The dimensions are just a small part of all of infinite. That being said, it is important to learn to master the dimensions and be aligned with their energies, because we are playing in a reality where we can be infinite and also play inside the dimensions right now. So it's important to have them as tools to help you evolve and help you create life the way you want to have it. Lots of people talk about the fifth dimension, because that's where they say, that's where lots of people say we're ascending to 5D, and they're not wrong. But what you got to realize is once you have access to fifth dimensional consciousness, you have access to all the dimensions. When people talk about us as humanity ascending to 5D, they're saying that that is going to be the main level that we choose to vibrate at for a while. And that's primarily a true statement. The starseed beings from our galaxy, they all exist at higher dimensional levels. Pleiadians are at the fifth dimension, Sirians are at the sixth dimension, and in the seventh dimension are the Andromedan intergalactic beings of light. And all these beings, all the starseed races, they want us to ascend. They're excited about helping us ascend, because once we ascend here on the Earth plane, they all get to ascend to their next level. So it's a win-win for everybody. So they're always sending guidance and light and love and information and giving us everything they can to help us make that ascension process as easy and quick as possible. So the seventh dimension is the realm of it's really hard to put into words. I I think I say it differently every time. This is the only one that really eludes me as far as what to title it. So let me explain a concept first, and then it may be easier for you to understand how I titled this. So, law of attraction. I assume most of you have heard of the law of attraction. Law of attraction states that intention plus feeling equals manifestation. And attraction is standardly accepted as a spiritual law. It seems to be the way that things manifest in our reality. And so intention, that's the consciousness, the idea around what is to be manifest. And that's the masculine part of the equation. So intention plus feeling. Feeling is the feminine part of the equation. And so what I want you to do is think about an experience from your past that you were really excited about going to. It was a date, maybe it was a carnival, it was a concert, whatever it is, something you were really excited about doing. And you know, at some point before you did this thing, it was just a potential. There was just an idea. You know, maybe you saw a advertisement or a flyer for a concert. You're like, oh, maybe I should go to that. And then once you made the decision to go, then that potential was more of a probability to happen. And then this excitement started building in you and this energy around it. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. It's going to be amazing. Maybe you get all dressed up or put on a costume, whatever fun thing you want to do. And then the experience happened. That excitement, that feeling was a foreshadowing of the event. Because all time is one moment. There's no past, there's no present, there's no future. It's all one. We see it, you know, on the earth plane generally as linear because A, that's how we were raised, and B, that's, you know, we haven't fully transcended to the fifth dimension yet. In the third dimension, time is linear. In the fourth dimension, you have access to all time, past, present, and future. But time still exists as a concept. It's just that you have access to all of it. Once you go beyond the fourth dimension and hit the fifth dimension, everything fifth dimension and higher, time doesn't exist. It's all just one moment. And so because of that, the experience of whatever you were just thinking about happened before you actually did the experience. I know I'm getting a little spacey out there, but try to follow me here. The experience that you were excited about actually already happened before you had even experienced it. And the feelings you were getting from that were foreshadowings. They were you tuning in to this future event, all the energy around it, and all the energy of all the people that were going to be there, and or the one person that was going to be there, whatever the experience was, and you getting that excitement, that energy, that divine feminine inspiration to birth this experience into reality. And that's a co-creative experience between you and everybody else involved, or one person else involved, or just you if you were going to go out into nature. But it's also being co-created by you and the experience itself, because you are a vibrational being. In the spiritual laws, there's the law of vibration, which says whatever you vibrate, you will resonate with, and that will be your reality. And so when you have a desire for anything, whether it be a love in your life, an experience, a new physical possession, everything you desire because that thing also desires you. You're manifesting it into existence, and it's manifesting you into existence. It's never a one-way street. Questions on any of that so far? So, the reason I brought this up, law of attraction. Intention, which is the masculine part, plus feeling, which is the feminine part, equals manifestation, which is the birth. The seventh dimension is the feeling part of that equation, feeling part of the law of attraction that creates our galaxy. It would probably make a little more sense if I explained the masculine part. So the eighth dimension is the intention or the consciousness. What's the consciousness around the intention that created our galaxy? And so that's the masculine part of the equation. The eighth dimension, the intention that created our galaxy, plus the seventh dimension, which is the feeling energy, the feeling, I call it the feeling tone, that creates our galaxy, equals manifestation of our galaxy. Oh. So another way you can think about this, I call it the feeling tone, is think about your favorite song, whatever that is, and you know what it is. First song that comes to mind. The reason that's your favorite song is because it gives you this feeling. Maybe a blissful and joyful feeling. Maybe it makes you feel sad and nostalgic. maybe a combination of both. But it gives you this feeling. And that is the essence of the feeling component of the law of attraction, the feminine part of the law of attraction. And so the seventh dimension contains the energy that creates and is the feeling part of the law of attraction that creates our galaxy. So all the odd number dimensions are feminine, all the even number dimensions are masculine. And I go over that in other classes at the end of today's live stream. I'm going to talk about my 13 dimensions live stream series. If you want to learn more about the other dimensions, we're not going to go too much into the other ones today. But what you need to know for today is that consider the thing that you care about the most in this world right now, whatever that is, a person, pet, family member, lover. That feeling of love and connection that you have with this thing. Oh, yeah, that. Ah. That's the energy that creates everything. You know, there's these adages or sayings that love makes the world go around, or love glues all of reality together. Love creates everything. It's true. But it's the love that is infinite love. We don't talk about unconditional love in accelerated light healing because unconditional love doesn't actually exist, and it actually comes from a place of judgment, because unconditional love inherently means that conditional love exists. And then you have to judge who gets your unconditional love and judge who gets your conditional love, and what are the circumstances around all of that. But infinite love has no opposite. So let's do a clearing around that. I mentioned earlier, I'm going to teach you how to clear out limiting beliefs and have you done stuck painful emotions like that. So in accelerated light healing, we have a tool called Rich. And Rich is our clearing tool. We use it to clear limiting beliefs and have you done stuck painful emotions like that. So Rich stands for release, integrate, clear, and harmonize. So what we're doing is releasing and clearing all the heavy, dense, stuck energies, thoughts, feelings, emotions, lies, stories, limitations, judgments, and conclusions. Releasing and clearing them from your physical body, releasing and clearing them from your energy field, so you're no longer affected by them. Then the I stands for integrate. So we're integrating any parts and pieces of you either pushed away, that you lost, that flew away, or you denied whenever you experienced trauma this lifetime or another lifetime reality. Bringing those soul parts back, integrating them into you now, so you have access to more of you as an infinite being and more of your personal power. We're also integrating any awarenesses you're unwilling to be aware of whenever you experience trauma this lifetime or another lifetime reality, because you are an infinite being. And as an infinite being, you're infinitely aware of everything past, present, and future. And so when you experience trauma, you only do that because it's a place you're coming up against, a place that you're unwilling to be in your infinite awareness. And infinite consciousness is doing everything it can to bring you back to this place of infinite, which includes infinite awareness. And so it's doing everything that it can in the easiest way possible to get your attention about this thing you're unwilling to be aware of until you become aware of it. But it's going to keep doing its best to make you aware of it in the easiest way possible until you become aware of it. And that's why you keep repeating the patterns of your life over and over and over again, because you are unaware of something. And infinite consciousness is trying to say, hey, you got to be aware of this. You can let this go. You can move beyond it and go back into your infinite nature. So the integrate part of Rich integrates those awarenesses so you don't have to keep repeating the patterns of your life over and over and over again. To get them, you just instantly get those awarenesses. And then H in Rich stands for harmonize. So we're harmonizing all the energetic bodies and the physical body to vibrate at that new higher level instantly and effortlessly. Why that's important is because a number of healing modalities say you have to get sick after you get a healing because your physical body needs time to catch up to your new spiritual vibration. That may have been true 15 years ago, but where we're at with consciousness on the planet right now, with all the light that's coming in, we can instantly jump to your physical body to that new spiritual vibration. And that's what the H in Rich does, harmonize. Brings you to that new high vibration so you don't have to get sick after receiving a healing. Now you don't have to remember any of that for it to work. Just remember Rich is for clearing. And so let's clear that out around conditional and unconditional love, because that's a lot of energy. That takes a lot of work to decide who gets your love and who doesn't. Keeping love out is a very energy intensive process, and it's probably pretty stressful and probably more energy than you want to put out. So everywhere you've decided that there's unconditional love and conditional love, and what are the conditions for people, beings, places, or things to get your love, and what are the conditions for people, beings, places, and things to not get your love, and all the energy you're using to hold all that into place, keep love out, or restrict giving love or receiving love in any situation. Everything, all that is Rich. Then I'm just going to run this next tool, then I'll explain it. Reality reset. So just take a deep breath in, notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. And if you feel like sharing, you can put a word or two in the chat box on how are you feeling after that clearing. So reality reset, we run after we run a clearing to literally reset all of reality, reset all the molecules and energetic pathways in your body. An energy field, reset all the molecules and pathways that you can see, and reset all the molecules and pathways in all of infinite consciousness. So reality stops creating itself from everything you cleared and released with Rich, and it starts creating itself from everything you integrated and harmonized with Rich. So change happens really, 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 really fast. So you can, now that you've heard me run a Rich clearing, you're able to run Rich clearings for yourself. I recommend that highly because infinite bliss is your natural state. It just is. And anything that makes you feel less than blissful is just trying to show you that you're not in harmonic alignment with your natural state of infinite. And so if you have a thought that goes through your mind and it makes you feel anything less than blissful, you just rich it. I remember walking down the street one day and this guy had a weird hat on and it was kind of cocked to the side, and I was like, that guy looks weird. Okay. Didn't make me feel super blissful to have that thought. So I was just like, everything that makes me think that person looks weird, rich. And add a reality reset. So there's a few easy ways to use the tool. Just a couple fill in the blanks that you can have as general templates. Everything I've decided about blank, rich. For everything that allows me to be affected by blank, rich. And sometimes there's just a feeling or a thought, and there's just something you can't really identify. So you can even just say everything that is rich, with that being whatever you're bringing your attention to. It doesn't matter the words that you use before the rich, it's just you're addressing the energy of whatever it is you want to clear, adding rich to it, and rich will take care of it. I know I went over that really quick. I'm not going to go more in depth into that right now. If you want to learn more about the rich tool, there's an article on my website, beingjoy123.com/rich. You can find out more information about the tool there. There's a video on that page too. All right, back to the seventh dimension. The seventh dimension is overseen by the Andromedan intergalactic beings of light. One of the things that the Andromedan intergalactic beings of light do is create these energetic pathways between all the galaxies. So our galaxy can send and receive, exchange information and energy with other galaxies in an instant. It's like the internet. It's like the galactic internet, intergalactic internet. And so the light harmonics are these energies that contain the highest vibrational energetic information that our galaxy can receive, hold, and embody at any given time. I say it like that because that is ever evolving. It's not a static thing. It's just like you. You're evolving every day. Actually, with every breath you take. And where you were at 10, 20 years ago, I can imagine you are not embodying the same amount of light and energy that you are today. Is that a fair assessment? Well, why is that? Well, you've done a lot of evolving over the last 10, 20 years. And that's the same with these light harmonics. the energy that's creating our galaxy, and being the feeling energy behind the evolution of our galaxy, is a lot higher vibration than what you need to have to hold your physical body together to, for most people to generally manifest on this planet. However, that doesn't mean we can't access it and use it for those purposes also. And that's why we're going to go to the seventh dimension in just a little while and receive these light harmonics. Light harmonic attunement or alignment. So you receive these new energies, they upgrade your energetic systems and your physical body to start existing and functioning from a place beyond what you've experienced in the past on this planet. Does that sound exciting? Sound like something you want to do? I want to. Before we do that, are there any questions before we get into the activation? Let's take up questions here. Noni asks, can we change the past from the seventh dimension? I may need a little bit more information to give you the answer you're looking for. Celia asks, can we ask questions there? You will have time to ask questions when we're in the seventh dimension, yes, to get some direct information from the Andromedan intergalactic beings of light. But you can also ask questions in the chat box if you want to ask any from me before we get into the activation. So back to the can we change the past question? Yes, the answer is yes. And I'm not quite sure that it's necessary to go to the seventh dimension to change the past. Like I said, once you get to a fifth dimensional level, you have access to all time as one. And when we use the rich clearing tool of accelerated light healing, we are literally changing the past. Whatever that thing is that we're clearing out, we're literally eliminating it from the timeline. And so the way I like to give an example of this is if you have a house here, and in the front yard you have a tree, a big 200-year-old oak tree. If you traveled 200 years into the past, you walked over and you picked that acorn, which is the seed of the oak tree, you picked it out of the ground right as soon as it got dropped or planted, and smushed it or whatever, threw it in the river, and then traveled back to now, would you still have a oak tree in your front yard? Well, no, because it never got planted. And that's what we're doing with the rich tools. We're literally clearing out wherever that energy of judgment or separation got planted from the moment it got planted. So it's literally erased out of the entire timeline, and it literally changes the entire timeline. People in the world start remembering things differently. You start remembering things differently, but you still have an awareness of both timelines because you're the one who did the clearing of it. And whatever you cleared will not have the same type of effect on your life anymore. Marine asks, what is the advantage of changing the past since everything is illusion and is fake? It's not real, it's just a movie. Well, that is true. And here's the thing you got to realize. You're playing the game of the illusion. So infinite consciousness is infinite. And as infinite, energy, well, energy in general wants to flow infinitely like a river. Just keep flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. That's what a river does, is it flows. Unless it gets blocked up. Somebody builds a dam or a tree falls over. Then the water gets stuck and it pools up and it's not flowing infinitely anymore. It's flowing and getting blocked. And then just a little bit's getting through. A little bit's flowing over, but it's not flowing infinitely with absolutely no resistance like it was before that happened. And so even though everything is an illusion or a movie that you're creating or playing a part in, until you remove all those blockages that you've also created or latched onto, you're not going to be able to live completely beyond that illusion. You're not going to be able to go back to your infinite nature. Which is the journey that everybody's on. That's why we have the ritual, is so we can clear those blockages out, allow our energy to flow infinitely like a river, come back to our infinite nature. All right, any other questions before we get into the activation here? All right. So if this is your first accelerated light healing activation, again, welcome. If you've been to lots of accelerated light healing activations or just a few, welcome. Or just one, welcome. There's going to be a lot of silence during the activation. What I'm going to do in a few moments is just, I'll invite you to get comfortable. We'll do an expansion exercise and I will guide you to the 7th dimension and give you a little bit of guidance while we're in there. And for the most part, there's going to be lots of space, lots of silence. That's okay. That's just the energies doing their thing, doing what they know how to do. So really all it is about opening up to receive, enjoying whatever comes through. There will be a little bit of time when you're in there to talk with the 7th dimensional beings. And when that happens, be open to their responses in any any way they come through, whether it be words or conversation that you're hearing, maybe just a feeling or energy, maybe images, symbols, visions, pictures, even smells and tastes, or just knowings, whatever comes through, just allow that to be the way that they communicate with you. A lot of times information just comes in as a feeling or just energy washing through you. And that's fine too. You don't need to consciously understand the information coming through, because the information that comes through energy is just as potent as information that comes through words or pictures, because you're then vibrating the energy all the time, which will bring whatever is needed to make that information conscious into your life. Let's get into this light harmonics activation. 7th dimensional. So yes, do we keep our eyes closed? That's up to you. I recommend it. I won't take off any points if eyes open is a better way for you to go on the journey. Right now, I am going to invite you to close your eyes. Actually get comfortable, just lay back in your chair. Comfortable, close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Let them out with sound. Just really allow yourself to sink into wherever you're at. Now what I'd like you to do is become aware of the energy that surrounds your body. Expand the energy out to the size of the room you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the building you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the city block you're on. Expand the energy out to the size of the city you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the state or province you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the country you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the entire planet. Expand the energy out to the size of the solar system. Expand the energy out to the size of the galaxy. Expand the energy out to the size of the universe. Expand the energy out to the size of the universe of universes. Expand the energy all the way out to infinite consciousness. Just breathe. The energy is coming in to raise your vibration so you can receive the most out of this activation. What I'd like you to do now is see a door with the number 7 on it. Open the door. Walk through it. Wow. This is the 7th dimensional realm. Just breathe, allow that energy to come into you, allow yourself and your energy to get used to this new vibration. If it feels weird or a little too intense, just breathe with it. You'll get used to it in just a moment. Notice any tension in your body, just breathe into that spot, allow the energies to move that energy out. Move that tension out. That's right. So now a being from the Andromedan intergalactic beings of light comes towards you. As it does, you can feel its love and warmth. It's stronger, more intense every time it gets closer to you. You can welcome this being however you'd like, with a hug, with a bow. It has a staff in its right hand, like a golden staff, curved at the top. Some symbols on it. This being says to you, come this way, and it leads you. Leads you to an area that looks like a sacred ritual area where high vibrational things happen. And there's a pathway to the middle of this area. This being invites you to go to the middle of this sacred area. This being asks you, would you like to receive a light harmonics activation? If you would, you may say yes, either out loud or in your head. As soon as you say yes, this being uses his staff, points it in the air. You look above you and you see this beautiful, bright sphere of light and energy coming down towards you. It's definitely much bigger than you. And the light is very bright. Maybe one color, maybe lots of colors. Maybe colors that you've never experienced or seen before. However it appears to you is exactly what you need for the greatest jump in your infinite evolution. So this sphere of light comes down and it starts to envelop you, and it keeps coming down and down and down and down and down until you're fully enveloped by this sphere of light. And the being that is with you says, receive these light harmonics. And as it does, the sphere continues to grow in its brightness, glowing intensity. It may start to spin, or maybe just parts of it start to spin. Whatever happens, just allow it to happen and breathe. Just breathe and receive these high vibrational energies. Your energy field, your body's being aligned with the light harmonics, raising you to that new high vibration. You may see pictures or images that come up during this. No need to give them any meaning, just let them fly by. Maybe they're from your past or future, maybe they're something that you don't even recognize. It's all good. Just come up and flow out. Notice any tension in your body. Just breathe into that spot. Let the energies move that tension out. Ah. And now we're going to intensify the light harmonics energies. If you'd like to receive that, you can say, I will receive this either out loud or in your head. Ah. Hmm. And now the being of light that is with you will calm the energies. He's going to just kind of unzip the sphere of light harmonics with its staff. And the energies just kind of dissipate from around you and go back into the seventh dimension. Breathe. Notice what you're experiencing. And now this being of light comes to you. It is available for guidance. If you have questions you would like to ask this being, please ask it now. Again, allowing the answers and awarenesses to come to you in any way that they do. If you have other questions for this being, you may ask it now. Let me ask this being one more question now. Now this being's going to whisper one word into your ear that will help guide your next steps in your evolution, your ascension. Ah, allow the energy of that to fill up your entire body and being. Ah. And this being of light now leads you out of that area, leads you back towards the door with number 7 on it. You may thank this being in whatever way you would like. Maybe a hug, maybe a bow, maybe a thank you. Now what I'd like you to do is see that door with number 7 on it. Step out of it. And close it behind you. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is enhance your connection to infinite source in the earth. Ah. What I'd like you to do now is breathe energy from the earth up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Ah. Do that 2 more times. Energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Ah. Once more. Yeah. I'd like you to breathe energy from infinite source into the top of your head, down your entire body, and out your feet into the earth. Do that 2 more times. Once more. Now what I'd like you to do is breathe energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Yeah. And do that 2 more times. Once more. Yeah. When you're ready, you can start to deepen the breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Press your body. Squeeze your body a little bit. Stretch out if you would like. Yeah. In your own time, you can come back to sitting and open your eyes. Beautiful friends, take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. Do that 2 more times. Once more. Yeah. If you could give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? Please feel free to put that in the chat box and stick around. We're gonna do some more mega clearings at the end of the live stream here, so there's still more to come. Tony says, I feel very sleepy and my body feels very light. Yes. All right. Kristen says tranquil and flowy. Yeah, flowy. Celia says enlightening. Amazing. Yeah. Michelle says blissful. Valerie England says alert and relaxed. Yeah. It says energetic and comforting. Ronald says relief of pain. All right. Love it. Love all of that. So we're gonna do some more mega clearings in just a moment here. Before we do that, we went on this amazing 7th dimensional journey today. Had this huge jump in consciousness, really big jump in evolution for us, physically and energetically, and I'm super excited about that. Please feel free at any point to email me with the changes you're experiencing. I always love hearing about that. And I was really looking at, how can I best contribute to you and your life to really help you, continue that journey of evolving and making these huge jumps in consciousness and in evolution as quickly and easily as possible. So I put together this class series called it's called Master and Heal with the 13 Dimensions. And you get to learn about all the 13 dimensions and journey to all of them, learn about the healing beings that work with all of them, and get to experience the healing functions of each of the 13 dimensions. So it'd be all right if I just took about 5 minutes and shared that with you. Thank you. Pull it up here. So would you like to learn what the 13 dimensions are and how to heal with them? Would you like to learn to have more joy and playfulness in your life? Would you like to learn to access galactic consciousness and infinite consciousness to receive guidance from them on your ascension path? And would you like to learn what your soul's life purpose is? If so, come and play in this 6-week journey, Master and Heal with 13 Dimensions. So this series is for you if you love energy healing, you want to easily access your spiritual gifts and abilities, you want to know your soul's life purposes, your soul life's purpose. You want to experience the higher dimensions, and you want to experience what it's like to live in galactic consciousness, which is an amazing feeling. If you said yes to any of those, this is definitely for you. So in this live stream series, you're going to start living in infinite love. You're going to experience more joy and playfulness in your life. You're going to step into infinite receiving. Remember why you came to this universe, which is really your soul's life's purpose. You're going to learn to master time, supercharge your manifestation abilities. You're going to receive messages and guidance to help you easily ascend. You're going to enhance your grounding connection. You're going to start living in 5D and above, and so much more. So each week is going to be a 75-minute live stream. The first part of each live stream is you're going to learn about the dimensions and their healing functions, and you're going to receive accelerated light healing clearings. Just kind of like we did today, but we're not going to have to go over the basics each time, so we'll be able to jump in right away and go super deep. And so all that's going to help you be able to access and be able to heal with the 13 dimensions. And then the second part of each class, we're going to go on an accelerated light healing activation journey, just like we did today. But these journeys are going to be a lot longer and a little bit more in depth. So we're going to journey to those, each of the first through 13th dimensions, and you're going to receive those healing gifts. When you receive these activations, you're going to massively enhance your grounding connection with the earth. You're going to open up to infinite receiving. You're going to connect with the fairy realms to restore the joy and playfulness in your life. I love doing that. That's so much fun. It feels so good. You're going to receive messages from both our galaxy and infinite universes to guide you on your ascension journey. You're going to enhance your manifestation abilities and increase the amount of light you embody, and so much more. So here's what you're going to experience in the 6 weeks. Class 1 is the first dimensional super grounding connection activation, second dimensional restoration of joy and playfulness activation, and third dimensional reality manifestation supercharger activation. So you're going to deeply anchor your grounding connection with the earth. You're going to journey to the fairy realms to enhance the joy and playfulness in your life. And you're going to supercharge your manifestation abilities. Class number 2 is fourth dimensional accessing galactic wisdom activation and fifth dimensional infinite love activation. So you're going to receive messages from the past, present, and future to guide your evolution. You're going to learn to see and experience everything as infinite love. And you're going to learn to get out of your own way and start easily, naturally, and joyfully receiving more. Class number 3 is the sixth dimensional Syrian pyramid light activation and the seventh dimensional harmonics of source light activation. So you're going to increase the amount of light you embody to raise your vibration to a 6D level. You're going to learn how to naturally channel energy from the Great Pyramid. And you're going to receive the harmonic energetic codes to align your energy body with infinite source. So just, that's kind of like what we did today, but it's going to go way beyond that and really just bring you even closer to being that infinite being that you truly are. Class number 4 is the 8th dimensional accessing galactic consciousness activation and the 9th dimensional mastery of time activation. So you'll start to see everything from a galactic perspective. You're going to receive messages from the entire galaxy to guide you on your evolution. And you're going to learn to master time. Things like being able to speed up and slow down time. It's just amazing tools to have at your fingertips. Class number 5 is the 10th dimensional wisdom from infinite universes activation and 11th dimensional divine feminine activation. So you're going to connect with a universe from the realm of infinite to guide you on your next steps in your evolution. You're going to remember why you are here in this universe, which is just a remembrance of your soul's life's purpose, why you chose to come to this place at this time. And you're going to open up to infinite receiving. And class number 6 is the 12th dimensional divine masculine activation and 13th dimensional spiral connection activation. I want to just say a little bit about that. It has been many years since I've done a 13th dimensional activation. I used to do them early on in accelerated light healing, and I just got the awareness that that I needed to stop for a while because consciousness wasn't quite ready for that 13th dimensional connection. And I personally wanted to get a little bit more familiar with the 13th dimension, the energies of that, to see how they could best be used to help evolve humanity. So this is the first time I've done a 13th dimensional activation in many years, and you can be a part of it. So in this class, you're going to remember what you are here to do in this universe. You're going to enhance your manifestation abilities to the level of infinite. And you're going to connect all the wisdom, light, and information from all the dimensions and anchor it into you. So that's going to be super powerful. When you sign up today, you're also going to receive 2 bonus accelerated light healing activations. You're going to get instant access to those. So the first bonus is the Christ consciousness activation video, and that's a $100 value right there. In that activation, you learn to see the world the way Christ did. You start to experience everything as oneness consciousness, and you get to learn to heal the way Christ did by learning to use and channel the Christ healing energies, which is a very powerful healing energy. When I did my first Christ consciousness activation class 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago, right before, literally 10 minutes before I was doing the activation, Christ came to me and he's like, hey, I want you to attune these people to the energies that I used to heal when I was on the earth plane. So what? He's like, that's what I want you to do. So we did that. And so in this activation video, you get that attunement to the Christ healing energies, which you can use to heal yourself and others. And the second bonus you're going to get instant access to is the 145th dimensional activation. And that's a $55 value right now. So that MP3 is a channeling of Archangel Michael that I did the last time I was in Sedona, actually. And in the activation, you have all the energies of the first through 145th dimensions activated within you. And that's actually not all of it. We went all the way up to the 288th dimension in that activation. And you get all of those energies activated within you. So you can vibrate those high vibrational energies all the time, which accelerates your ascension experience and transforms everywhere you go into super high vibration. That is a super powerful activation. Like I said, I was in Sedona when that one came through, and it was very intense. So, and you'll get instant access to that too. So here's what you get. You're going to get 6 75-minute live streams with me, one each week. You're going to get lifetime access to the recordings of each video of those live streams. You're going to get the MP3 audio downloads of each live stream. You're going to get those 2 bonuses. The first bonus is the Christ consciousness activation, and the second bonus is the 145th dimensional activation. You're going to get instant access to those bonuses right when you sign up. So, are you ready to experience healing with the 13 dimensions? If so, come play. Just click that click here to register button below. It's only one payment of $333, and that's $100 savings right there. Or I wanted to make it really easy for you all to come, so you can break that into 2 monthly payments of $195. That's a $50 savings. Or you can even do it in 5 monthly payments of just $88. So click that click here to register button below, come and play. And there's a special bonus. So for the first 10 people to sign up for the live streaming series by Wednesday, September 15th at noon Pacific time, you're going to receive a 30-minute personal session with me. That's a $150 value right there. So we're going to have a Zoom session. You can be anywhere in the world with that. Whatever it is you'd like to change in your life, whether it's related to dimensions or not. It can be abundance, relationships, love, physical issues, spiritual issues, sentient quests, etc. Whatever it is that you would like to move forward with in your life, we can play with that in your session. And when we're in a personal session together, we can just quickly and easily just journey to the center of whatever's holding you back from having everything in your life that you want, you desire, you'd like to have, and just clear out those blockages so you can be free of those blocks and have a life that's more amazing than you ever imagined possible. And if you like, we'll definitely record that session. You can have a copy of that for the rest of your life. So these sessions will sell out. They always do. They sell out pretty quick. So if you want your session, don't miss out. Click that click here to register button below and sign up today because you deserve it. And I just want to go over a few questions that people always ask. I'm going to add one that's not on this page. Somebody asked me, can we use these, use what we learn in class to help heal other people? Yes, totally. Once you learn how to go on these dimensional journeys and become attuned to their energies, you can definitely bring other people into these realms. You can learn to channel the energies into other people. So you'll definitely, if you like doing healing work with other people, you can definitely use these energies to work with them. And as always, you can always use the energies to work on yourself for sure and speed up your evolution and healing. Will I be able to ask questions on live stream? Totally. We're going to use Zoom so you can chat your questions in. And if you can't join us live, you can always send me an email with any questions and I can address it on the next live stream. Will I receive recordings of the live streams? Yes, you're going to get the video recordings and those MP3 audio downloads. I always post the videos within 24 hours of each class, usually within 2 or 3 hours of the class. What if I can't join live? Still sign up, come and play. You're going to get, again, the video and the audio recordings of the class. Receiving the activations, going on these journeys is just as effective from watching the replays as if you were there live. And what do you need to join the live streams? Computer or smartphone with internet access. We're going to be using Zoom. So if you have a computer or smartphone with internet, you'll be able to come play. So again, are you ready to master and heal with 13 dimensions? If so, join us, come play, click that click here to register button below. And I look forward to playing with you in class. Putting that in the chat box right now. Stick around. Like I said, we're going to do some amazing mega clearings here very shortly. Making my video going back up. If you like this live stream and feel like you'd like to make a donation, I also put my link to my donation page there in the chat box, and it'll be below the video of this replay. I always accept donations and for this type of thing, and I have lots of amazing free videos on my YouTube channel. Just type in Makai Miracle on YouTube and you get to see all of those too. So let's do some more mega clearings here. Everything Everything that doesn't allow you to have more ease and joy on this planet than you ever imagined possible, rich. Ah, reality reset. Everything that doesn't allow you to take the steps to create everything that you'd like to have in and as your life on this planet, everything that's blocking you from that, everywhere you're resisting it, everything all it is, and everywhere you're unwilling to let any and all that go, and everywhere you locked any and all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Ah. Reality reset. Ah. Everywhere you've decided it's hard to access the dimensions or you can't access the dimensions, rich. Everywhere you're worried about becoming ungrounded if you access the dimensions, rich. Everything that doesn't allow you to use the dimensions for all their healing functions and abilities, rich. And everything that doesn't allow you to easily and joyfully ascend as if by magic, rich. Ah. Reality reset. Oh. Thank you so much for being here, friends. I love you all. I love playing with you. And I look forward to playing with you again soon.